Hello everyone, this is the Chopper. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to introduce that my strategy between Summon Rush and Champion Chess Tournament. If you are a free play or a low spending gamer for this game, we have uh, free source to get legendary books. Uh, the first one is Clan Boss. Um, uh, you need you need to build up a good Clan Boss team to get um, a legendary book from the daily chest. And the other two source is um, the event we are going to introduce today is Summer Rush and Champion Chess Tournament. There's a Champion Chess Tournament going to now, and as you can see, this is very typical range of the point distribution. You can get the first Lego book on uh, 3,000 point, and the other is 5,500 point. And let's take a look of Summon Rush event. Okay. Um, for Summon Rush, you can see if you finish the whole event, uh, if there's no like fragment or fusion event, you're supposed to get 4 books. And if in some, I think I remember in the past, even there's a fusion event, you still get 4 books after you finish the whole event. But now, Plarium seems to use one um, epic champion to replace the position of one legendary book. To finish this, you need to have 7,500 points. The way they calculate between these two event or tournament are different. Let's take a look. I have a chart here. Okay, here it is. Okay. On the left, you see the blue column. That's Summer Rush. On the right is Champion Chess. Okay. Uh, our goal for Summer Rush to finish is 7,500, and we can get 4 Lego books. And for Champion Chess is 5,500 points for 2 Lego books. So the number of the book you can get are different. Okay. For Summer Rush, the way they calculate Summer Rush is the shards you pull. The way they calculate the point of Champion Chess is the champion you get. So it's different. For Sacred shards is 500 points each. Void is 120 and Rare is 20 in Summer Rush event. And for Champion Chess tournament, one rare champion you get is 10 points. But if it's void rare, it's 50 points. So it's different. And for normal epic champion is 250 points, and if it's a void epic champion, you get is 100 point more, which is 350 points. Same thing happen in legendary champion. If it's normal legendary champion, you get is 500 points. And if it's a void legendary champion, it's 650 points. Okay. So if we want to finish a regular Summer Rush event, you need either pull 15 sacred shards. They will reach 7,500 points. But if it's in champion chess, if you pull sacred shards, the point is not guaranteed. It actually depends on your luck. But we just assume it's like the distribution is according to the probability they gave us, and the point you get should fall around 4,000 points. So you can see for 15 sacred shards you spend in Summon Rush will be much more efficient than champion chess. And if it goes to void shards, you need 63 void shards to finish Summon Rush to reach 7,500 points. A little bit go over, but convert to champion chess, it's around 4,800 points. Still like 650 points short. But if it's rare shards you pull, you need to pull 375 rare shards to finish Summer Rush. Convert to champion chess, you will get like if you just calculate by the probability, you will get 11,800 points. But because there's a mercy system, almost every 220 pulls, you will get a guaranteed legendary champion. If you didn't get it earlier. So it's probably you will probably get 500 points more. So it will the points you get will around 12,000 points. So here you can see for Summer Rush, pull sacred shards is probably the most efficient. Okay, you only need 15. And for if you pull rare shards, it's not efficient in Summer Rush event, but it's good for champion chess. See that point you get can like finish 2 rounds of champion chess. Of course, you cannot finish 2 rounds in one tournament, but you can save half a bit for the next one. So the same amount of rare shards, you can also get 4 legendary books. So the second part is actually the same way to calculate. It's just see how many shards we need for the champion chess event. So for Sacred, you need 20, 21. For Void, you need 72. For Rare, you only need 175 shards to reach 5,500 points. Okay. So for me, I hardly or I never pull sacred shards in champion chess tournament, and I always use rare and maybe a little bit. See, void is kind of in between. There's a small difference between um, these two event or tournament for void, but um, uh, you can make your own judgment. It's more flexible for void, but sacred shards is definitely uh, for Summer Rush, and rare shards is much more efficient for champion chess event. Okay. Um, but in reality, that when I play the game, um, I need to um, many people, different people have different goal. For me, the most important is how I manage my limited resource for between the different event. So sometimes I just skip champion chess because there's only two Lego books and hold on and the seven you only need 3,000 points to get one legendary book. But for the second book, you almost need a double points. You need another 2,500 points to get the second uh, Lego book. So it's not, I don't feel like it's worth to do that. Sometimes I will skip the whole champion chess tournament, but sometimes like this week, if you want, there's a combined fusion event. If you want to get the champion you need for the fusion event, you have to um, at least get 2,500 points in champion chess tournament. If you didn't get the epic champion last week from Summer Rush event, then you have to get this champion in this tournament. But after you get the champion, this rare champion, there's only 500 points short for the first uh, legendary book. So in this case, my goal would be 3,000 points, and I will definitely get the first book, but probably won't spend too much resource for the second book. Um, I have a. Let's go back to the Excel. I have a. Okay. I have a calculator here, but let's talk about it later. The way I finish champion chess is since we need uh, the reason the way they calculate the point is what champion we get. Actually, pull the shots is not the only source we can get champion. The first, see, all these three you can get a champion from all these three. The first one is short summon, is what we just talked about. The second one is fusion. The third one is fragment summon. Okay, let's go to the fragment summon. The fusion event and fragment summon event, the difference between these two events is that you have to fuse the champion you want to take in a limited time. Like now there's a time countdown. We have like 8 days, almost 8 days to finish it. But for the fragment summon, if there's an event, there's no ongoing event now. But if there's an event, all you need to do is you can collect all the fragments um, in the before the timer runs out, but you don't have to summon the champion within that period of time. After you collect all the fragments, you can decide when you summon anytime you want. Okay. So I kind of, if I don't really need those champion right away, I will save um, the fragments when I need them. Um, and the fragment event is not the only source of the fragment. There are some source like the Doom Tower, the secret room of the Doom Tower. If you finish those secret room, you will get some fragment. I think in the normal Doom Tower, you can get a fragment of epic champions, and in hard Doom Tower, you can get fragment of legendary champions. So I save it. So for example, I have two finished fragments champion here. The first one is Spirit Epic Champion, which is equivalent to 250 points, and the second one is Void Legendary Champion. Okay, so that could be 250 plus 650, that's 900 points. And the other source we can plan on is the fusion champion. The first one is time limit, but these two, Relic Keeper and Bromo, is not time limit. You can always fuse these two champions. You can fuse them repeatedly. Okay, but I always do the broad mode. The reason I do this is um, the source you need and the is lower, and the difficulty you get the champion you need for fuse is easier, because these champions are uncommon and these are rares. So it's kind of a little bit harder to get these champions and much easier to get these champions. You will get them like every day. So when I get those champions, I save them, and you can see you need a lot of space to put them. Okay, so I just save this and then fuse them to these two champions. Okay, this one is Arblaster, this one is Rock Beast. And for the other two, you cannot get them from fusion, but every time I pull my void shards, if I see these two, I keep them. So for example, I can fuse two Bromo today. If I want to, I can easily farm this and then fuse them. Use this because there's only two of this here, and I have a lot of this. I got them from the fusion. Every time you fuse this epic champion, you got 50 points. And every time you fuse promo, you got 350 points. So by this, I can make a plan of how many shards I need to pull. If I will summon all of these fragments and use all my uh, fusion materials, let's check here. So I can use 11 of these and 13. Okay, that's more than I make the Excel, but that's okay. So now we know how many points we can have, not from the shard summon. So let's go back to our calculate. So as you can see, if I summon 2 Bromo today and 10 Ablester, 11 Rock Beast, and I summon Epic from Fragments, summon 1 Void Lego from Fragments, summon from Fragments. So the total points I can get is 2,650 points. And if my goal, as I told you, is the first book, is 3,000 points, then I still 350 points short. That's the points I need to get from summon the shards, and I usually just summon the Asian shards. I called it rare shards for the whole video, but it's actually Asian shards. Okay, so when you pull the shards, you can kind of calculate the point you get, and you can stop at 350 points, and they won't. So by this way, you won't over summon your shards. Okay. I think that's about it. If That's my strategy and my way to use the as few as possible, the source as few as possible, and save more resource for other event. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Thanks. Bye bye.